Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Sandra, and today we are going to be looking at how to summarize your ICAN pack in respect of those writing professional level exams. So let's jump right in. So for professional levels, we actually have 5 papers, which are all compulsory, on the executive level that some are compulsory and some are not compulsory. So we have corporate reporting, we have strategic financial management, popularly called SFM. We have advanced audit and assurance. We have advanced taxation actually. Then we have case study. So for corporate reporting, basically, now if you had watched my previous video, I listed steps on how to summarize your financial reporting pack. I mentioned initial recognition, measurement, I talked of something about subsequent measurement, but that was supposed to be presentation, then disclosure. Now, I never made mention on group account on skills level, but it is very important also for those writing skills level to know group accounts. Then for professional level, actually, under ICAN exams, what the institute expects of you as a professional is that you should know application. They stress application a lot when it comes to the professional level examination. So this can be broken down into two, and we can take one part as the financial reporting standard, that's IFRS. Then we'll talk about group accounts. Now, those who have written professional level exam will know that your compulsory question is coming from group accounts. So take your time, your energy, and your skill in learning, understanding, and having an in-depth knowledge of group accounts. Under financial reporting, they may set a very straightforward question, maybe a group account question that does not involve a subsidiary, does not involve maybe an investment in an associate. But under corporate reporting, that is what you are going to be expecting: foreign subsidiaries, more than one subsidiaries, or investment in associates. So you have to have an in-depth understanding of group account. Now, when I was in my professional level exams, I used Teach Yourself Group Account and Teach Yourself IFRS by Prince Casimir Idekulin. You can use that textbook and also your ICAN pack and any other textbook which will give you an understanding of this topic for group accounts. Then for your financial reporting standards, aside knowing the initial recognition, measurement, presentation, and disclosure, please know how it is applied. Because say for instance, there are questions, they can set questions on liabilities. Now, they're not going to be answering you direct questions. What is the initial recognition in respect of liabilities? They may just set case study question. It is left for you as a student to know that this question has to do with how is it recognized. This question has to do with after calculation. You are expected to tell them in your answer script that it is going to be presented maybe in the statement of financial position or in the income statement thereafter. So you have to have an in-depth understanding of the standard and knowing specifically how it can be applied. Application is key under your professional level examinations. Then finally, for corporate reporting, I will advise that the summary notes you use during your skills level is very important, because at that point, maybe you may not even have the time, you may not need to summarize all this, you may not need to start summarizing again. You use your summaries at skills level and back it up with every other thing that you need to know. Then if you check your ICAN pack for corporate reporting, go and you look at the beginning pages. There's something they do, like they tell you the standards that will be asked, that is applicable for professional level and for skills level. Because there are some standards, should I say for instance, agriculture, they may not really ask such a question under skills level. They ask, is it applicable for skills level? You see yes, no, just at the beginning part of your ICAN pack. But under professional packs, you see that yes, it is testable. I'm permitted to use that word under this level. So go and check for certain standards that may not be asked under skills level, but for professional exams, it will be checked. So that's that for corporate reporting. Then for strategic financial management, if you have watched my video on professional level of exams made easy, you discover that I told you under SFM, it is Baba God that helped my matter, because SFM is a Baba on his own. But I had to ask my colleagues, my fellow colleagues, and also my tutor when I was in Protect Tutorial Center, what he feels is the best way to summarize your strategic financial management pack. So these are all he listed. Now he talked about you have to investment appraisal, including NPV, IRR, adjusted present value, risk and inflation, then business valuation, business finance, cost of capital, portfolio management, merger and acquisition, financial risk management, that has to do with hedging risk, then option valuation, model and application. Now, based on what he explained, that these 8 listed topics are standalone. Now, still emphasizing on having an in-depth knowledge on what all these topics entails. It is important to know the formulas, yes, but an in-depth knowledge is required. Then, having spoken to some of my colleagues, now there are some topics in SFM that you cannot overemphasize the need to attend a good tutorial center, whereby your SFM tutor can break it down in a way that even a layman can understand it. Because I'm always one who advocates for that everybody should attend tutorial center. You cannot, I always advocate for it. It's very important. It makes your work easy for you. So, financial risk management, hedging, option valuation, and application models are the core. Should I use the core of SFM? Because, and it is very important that you have a tutor who can break down these 2 topics to you. You can break down this topic in the least, in the minute way possible. Because, and at the end of it all, when you look at all SFM, these topics are listed, each of them have links to each other. Option valuation model will enable you to calculate real option in investment appraisal. It will enable you to have an understanding of probability of default in bond valuation, and also help you when you also want to calculate equity in business valuation. So the link in each of them can only come when you have an in-depth understanding on what each of them entails. And it can only come by you studying your task, attending a good tutorial center, and practicing questions. The more, they say practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you become at it. Because when you have practiced a lot and you see similar questions, maybe some may have a direct answer for it, but some, because of their constant practice, you may not have the total mark of maybe 10, but you can get 8 or thereabout. So an in-depth understanding of what each of them entails is required in going to a good tutorial center, that your SFM tutor is sound. Let me use that word. Then also for SFM, I also advise that some part of SFM also have a link with performance management at skills level. Take for instance, when you talk about advanced investment appraisal, they are talking all this relevant costing is in performance management, but you also need the knowledge of relevant costing in strategic financial management. So have your performance management pack or your sum disclosed to you while you also summarize your SFM pack. Then we talk of advanced audit and assurance. Assurance basically is pure theoretical. So you have to know definition, classes and types, and also applications. Now in advanced audit and assurance, when they ask you, for instance, they ask questions like, what are professional ethics? They expect you to answer that question as a professional. So if possible, you may even be quoting maybe the auditing and assurance standard board framework, or any other regulatory body that has to do with advanced audit and assurance. They expect you to quote authorities, permit me to use that word. And also, the application is also key, because when you are asked questions, it is knowledge enables you to be able to apply better. But application is what is stressed basically at professional level. Nobody is going to ask you a direct question. And even if they do, they expect to see the professionalism in your answer. Then when it comes to taxation, you have to know the tax laws, just as I said, under taxation, advanced taxation rather than taxation. You have to know the tax laws under, just as I said, at the skills level, then also applications. Then I think what the institute is taking towards these days is also setting report writing when it as it entails to taxation. Because during my own time, I had just very straightforward questions, but in the recent questions I've seen, I've discovered that they set a taxation question for them, and they will actually provide your answer in the form of a report. So you have to learn how to also write a report, to, from, and every other thing. But at the end of it all, if you do not have a good knowledge of the tax laws, and you do not have a good knowledge of how it is being applied in terms of the scenario that has been presented in your question, your report will not be properly presented. So it is still the tax law that enables you know how well to write your report. Then case study is a big brother on its own. Case study is very broad. So case study, when I advise people on how to write case study exam, I always like to link it to how I wrote my final year project paper. But I'm going to do a video that will cover strictly on case study part of professional ICAN exam. So please expect the next video to cover just case study as a whole and not just a bit of other questions in professional exam. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope it has been useful. Hope it has provided the answers you have asked, and we'll see in the next video covering only case study. I want to do better research so that I give you quality for every video you watch. So thank you.